Back to work. Good to be in a normal week after really not having one with an opener starting early, and then then last week with the losing 2 days for the short week. So short Monday practice like normal at the beginning of the year. This is a really good team. It's very talented, very well coached, and that's not coach speak. You can see it on film. That's why they go to Norman down to the last play of the game. And, you know, when you watch them, they got really good players. You know, a lot of times I say these, Alabama, Louisiana schools, there are a lot of players there in the state. And you can't all go to Alabama, Auburn, or LSU. So we see them all over the place. Really good-looking kids. I told our team today, if you don't know about conferences and you just watch film and watch them play, this is an SEC opponent.
I guess going off of that, what stands out about what their offense has been able to do so far? They put up big numbers, but what have they been doing to succeed so well?
Really multiple. Well coached. They cause you issues. Looks like, he's done it at a number of places, but, can change week to week and look at what you do and give you problems, not just run plays, like a lot of people do. So, and a really good quarterback that can move again. So, we got a lot of work to do.
Lane, I had noticed this morning that one outlet had graded your offensive line out Saturday as the third best unit in the country over the weekend. That was without your starting center in the lineup. Just what have you thought about those guys up front through the first two ball games?
Well, I don't know what outlet that is, but
Pro Football Focus.
Okay. Well, Pro Football Focus don't know a whole lot about watching film, so no disrespect, but we didn't play real well up front. I know the numbers look good, but tell Pro Football Focus to realize we're running into 5-man boxes most of the time because they're staying deep because of these 3 receivers. So you're supposed to be able to run into that. We got beaten pass protection in one-on-one matchups. Quarterback had to get rid of the ball early, so I was not pleased how we played up front. But what do I know?
A couple weeks ago, Spencer Rattler, after they played Tulane, said it was like the most physical team he had ever gone against. Does that come through on film?
It does, and like I said, they got a lot of good-looking players. They start different guys in 2 weeks on defense. They rotate them in. It really looks like they have, 22, 24 players that they feel really good about, and that's a good thing to have, because they stay fresh and probably had a lot to do with how well they played in the second half versus Oklahoma. And really, they gave up no big plays in this last game until the end when it was out of hand and, it looked like a third team was in. So they're really good. You can't go on past, different years, different games don't mean anything. Sometimes the week before don't mean a whole lot. But, you look at what these guys have done, they played really well and against some really good players in week 1.
Jerrion's touches have been a little bit down this year. Just what have you seen from Jerrion, and what do you need to see from him to get him going a little bit more?
I don't think that's on purpose. They missed out on touches in the second half last week with pulling guys earlier. We were a little bit pass heavy last week early, trying to work on some things. So, and it's a long season. He's not the biggest back, so he's not going to be Derrick Henry. We're not going to give him the ball 90 times in a 2-game span. So, but he does a lot for us, and he'll continue to.
Lane, do you feel like you guys have, leaders or stars on defense right now, or are you seeing more widespread contributions from your guys?
Well, I think it showed up Springer not playing last week. He's very physical. You saw the way he was hitting in the opening game. So we missed that last week. I didn't think we played great on defense. I thought we played okay. The 2 defensive ends made a lot of plays with their rush. But we obviously did not play very well at corner with all the PIs. in two deep balls. So we got to play better. We got to tackle better.
It looked like Clowney and Taiwan Malone kind of flashed a little bit there in the fourth quarter. What'd you see from those guys in both of their first real exposure?
Yeah, we need guys to come along. We're not playing very many guys up front right now, which is not good. So, both those guys are ends. That are young guys, different players, but both have big upside.
Like you had Jalen come in, it's just swap from offense to defense, got this, played a good bit in the fourth quarter, decent.
That's a hard move, obviously, to make, to just go all of a sudden play nose tackle. He did it in high school, so that's a work in progress. He does give us, obviously, a really big body there, for the front we've been playing. We've been playing a lot of odd front and zero technique, and when you have a really big nose, that's a difficult defense, so hopefully he can continue to develop.